All my fellow South Africans, this is the Hawk again. So I'm here to address something. I'm going to talk about. So I've been called a racist. I've been called many things in these last few days, but I'm not worried about that. I know who I am. I grew up in KwaZulu Natal. I had a black lady take me to school, beat my ass, teach me morals, teach me what was right and wrong. Her name was Elizabeth Kumalo. Very tall lady. And I respected her. She was my mother more than anything else. And when we were naughty, she beat our asses with a wooden spoon. And believe me, if anybody I've got respect for is that lady. So anybody that says I'm a racist, get lost. Some of my best friends are from Dabankulu, the Kusunduzwayo, Adams Mission. When I grew up with Zulus, I learned something. No matter the color of our skin, we all have girlfriends and we all have problems with our wives, and we all have money problems, and we all have issues exactly the same. The only difference between us is this color of our skin. So I'm talking to all people in South Africa, including the Afrikaner, the English, the Indians, the colored people, everybody. Remember, I grew up as an English guy, so a lot of you Afrikaner guys used to understand. We used to call you Dutchman, and we were called salt peels, salty dick, and we used to fight all the time. And I understand that. And during that time, there was a lot of conflict, apartheid. Now you got to understand, everybody in my generation, most of us never understood why we had apartheid. When you're born into a system, just like communism and every other system there is, you don't understand. You just go to school and they tell you that's how it is, and so you go. So now I'm looking back over the years at what happened. Now we can all justify our history by saying that when Riebeeck came and the blacks came from the north and the Zulus came from the north and the Xhosas came and then the Sutus and whatever, and the whites came from the south and the Khoisan were there first, and we're all trying to justify who owns the land. 350 years people have been born there. So the whole of Africa is just black and all the white people need to leave. It's you got to realize something. More than 50% of Africa is Arabs. 40% is black people and Goonies. And the rest are whites, Asians, colored people, all mixed races, all kinds of stuff. So this narrative is silly and pointless. Every child born in South Africa is a South African. It doesn't matter what color you are, because there is no colors. There's only one race in this world, and it's called a human race. End of story. You can't justify your land by color of a race. You can't. You just can't. So for 350 years, all the white children that were born in South Africa need to go. That's like saying to 350 white people, 350 years of white people in the United States, you need to go. It doesn't make sense. It's not logical. So let's forget that. Did colonialism cause problems in Africa? Of course it did. All the way through Africa. People arrived, put their flag, oh, this is mine, same as South America. Manipulated the local people, took whatever they wanted, killed, fought, did whatever. South Africa is unique. in the sense that the people that did come there initially started a settlement and wanted to live there and make it their land. They did not want to conquer, they just wanted to get away from Europe and the suppression that was going on there. So they lived there. The people that came there in the beginning didn't want to leave. They were happy there. They were away from the aristocratic control and crime and the manipulation of the peasants and the control of people. They became farmers and good ones. And when the British came, they moved north. Now you can all justify who was in charge and who did what and whatever. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, you're all South Africans. Period. I was born there. I'm an African. I'm now American, African American. I'm white, so I'm African American. Boo hoo. But I was born in Africa. Now all these politicians that are jumping up and down and screaming to you and telling you, "Oh, attack white people," or "We're gonna do this and we're gonna do that." How many times have you heard this story? Look at Ace Mashula. He built a bunch of crappy houses in Bloemfontein. They're empty. People didn't get the houses. Look at Zuma, built a $1 billion house or rand house for himself and his family. And he forgot about the people in the township. Now, all that money could have built many, many houses for the people. But what did they do? They put it in their pocket. Malema wears Gucci shirts and suits and nice shoes and drives nice cars and stuff. What does that tell you? That money could have gone to building houses. The VBS Bank, where's that money? The Goko's money. So do you want to continue down this road? Look at Ramaphosa, billionaire. Billionaire. He only became a billionaire because the white people gave him money. He didn't invest it in South Africa, he invested it in Kenya and everywhere else. So what I'm telling you is, do you want to continue down this road? That you don't have houses, you still live in the townships. This is not about white people. The white people are your people. They're not your enemies. Your enemy is outside of the country, and not your black brothers either. And the white people in South Africa are your brothers as well. They've been there with you for 350 years. So quit fighting. The Indians have been there 200 years. The colored people, the same. Think about this. Think about what you're doing. Now attacking your brothers from Nigeria and from Zambia and Botswana and from Kenya and all these other places, Congo, everywhere. All you're doing is cutting your heads off. You're cutting your money off. You're cutting everything off. I saw a video today of some black guys in a panel beating shop, and they said, "We've offered the local people to train their children to become panel beaters and car fixers and mechanics," and they refused. They don't want to learn. They don't want to work. So how do you justify what you're doing? You can't. So 25 years, white children, black children, colored children, Indian children been growing up in an ANC government, which is a black government, not a white government, not a white government, a black government. Agreed, the whites were ahead of you. But the government had 25 years to fix this problem. And now that there's no money, they're blaming the white people. But for 25 years, they've stifled the white people that they can't make businesses. They put BEE laws. And so your economy is collapsing slowly but surely. No, people from outside, white people, any other countries, you got to understand the world's a big place. People invest money, and they're not just white people, they're all colors. They don't like what's going on. because they don't want to invest in a country where you're going to go burn down their shops or their businesses or their factories that they're trying to help you. You got to understand this. What I'm trying to tell you is you're all one nation under one sun, and you were all born on that land. And you need to find a way to live together. 75% of the land that the ANC is talking about belongs to the ANC. The rest of it belongs to the whites that are farming, that are providing you with food and giving jobs to people. Look at Zimbabwe. Look at Zimbabwe. Don't lie to yourself about Robert Mugabe. Robert Mugabe went into power and he killed his own people. He destroyed his own medical system completely, that he had to go to another country to get medical insurance. He couldn't go to his own system. Listen, if you're not proud of your own, wow, you know what I mean? Come on, guys. Why are you attacking your own brothers from Africa? Why? Listen, I agree that Tsotsis need to go. All the traffickers need to go. All the people that are raping our children and stealing our children for either muti or for trafficking, they need to go. I agree, totally. But you need jobs. And you can't rely on tax money or handouts because there's no money. You can't take all the farms away because they make money and they make food. And 90% of the farms the ANC or the government's given to other people have collapsed every single time. Why? Because there's no management, there's no help. The banks, you got to realize, listen, throughout Africa, IMF comes, International Fund, Monetary Fund. Hey, we're going to lend you money, just like the Chinese. We're going to give you all this money. And guess what? As soon as you fault on the money, they take it. Now they own it. And this is happening all the way through Africa. Same with the IMF. They come, oh, we're going to lend you money. Then they hold your country to ransom. And then it collapses, and the next guy comes and he chases that leader away, and another thing happens, another thing. In the end, you've got nothing. Why? Because they're raping your country with minerals and labor. And here's another thing. Malema is controlled by the British government or the British whatever. He's getting funded from it. And they think that all of our brothers and sisters, including white people, are stupid. They treat you like stupid people. They deliberately do it. They think all black people are monkeys, stupid people, and we can control them because all we got to do is bribe the politician. Same as Andile was bribed, but he kept talking shit and they kicked him out because even the government didn't want him in the end because he's too radical, he's too crazy. Nobody's going to invest in South Africa with a guy like that. But he got funded by somebody from outside too. And all they're doing is manipulating you to go do stuff for them. Because in the end, when it's all burnt down and it's all gone, here they come with the Mali. And they're going to go, hey, yeah, we got money. And they're going to sell you guys. That's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to sell the mineral for the mining. They're going to put nice electricity in, like the China's already trying to do. And here we go. Now Eskom. Eskom was running fine till the Guptas got in there and the Ramaphosa's got in there. And guess what? They're stealing 16 billion rand. 16 billion rand. There is only 40 million South Africans. You divide 16 billion rand to 40 million South Africans, and you could have all got a nice house or all your bills paid off, at least. Is this the white man's fault? Or is this your leader's fault? Not everybody's perfect. I agree, totally. And is there racism in South Africa? Of course, there's racism everywhere. Every single one of us is a racist in some way or form. We say stupid shit when we don't mean. But the main thing is you need a leader that's going to be able to provide you with a job, medical insurance, medical facilities, so safe medical facilities where there's real doctors, real nurses, roads that you can go to school. The rural areas right now in South Africa are still messed up. Roads are bad, schools are just broken down, and the children are outside on chairs. Still, 20 years, 25 years later, why? No gas in some places. People still living with paraffin stove and lights. Why? That should not be happening now. 25 years later, should not be happening. The United States gives South Africa billions and it goes to the ANC. Where does that money go? Those billions could have built all those roads, could have built those schools, could have built the clinics. You've got massive AIDS in South Africa. Mngalazi, I think that's how they say, Mngalazi, and Banjiwe. Yeah, I know. But people don't have places to go to get educated enough to understand that this is a problem. Education. You can't pass at 25% just because the children want to beat you up. Tell the child to leave. Go call the parents. Say, is this what you want? Is this what you want your child to do? And don't be scared. And the child that murders a teacher, they need to be hanged as examples. You cannot threaten teachers. This is your future. Why are you allowing people to rape your woman and your children? Why? I'm asking everybody in South Africa to stop this violence. Taxi drivers, go away. Just go back to your business. Stop killing people. I'm asking everybody in South Africa for 2 weeks, stop killing people. Stop raping people. Stop kidnapping. To all the police out there, I understand you don't get a lot of money. Bichanman, I understand. And to the government, how do you expect this policeman to live on 1,000 rand a month? How? And then you think he's not going to take a bribe, or he's going to look the other way for a criminal, or he's going to give the criminal the information for stuff, or hide the information, or give a shit that he wants to do his job. Why would he risk his life for 1,000 rand? Think about it. A policeman that starts out first day, should get at least 4,000 a month. At least. So he can live. He doesn't have to take the money from the criminal. He doesn't have to put a plastic bag over a guy trying to get 50 bucks. 50 bucks. So they killed him. Not thinking that he can't breathe. Just because he couldn't sell them. What do we do now? Country's a mess. Complete mess. Land reform is a joke. I said 2.5 years ago, I predicted. I knew in my head what was coming. Many years ago, the Zulus used to call me Inyanga because I could see things. And I saw this picture 2 years ago. And I see bad things coming. You have to stop today. You have to stop today. The people that go to the farms and kill these people, why? You're killing your own people when you do this. You're killing the food of everybody. Now, is land reform this way going to help people when you say, oh, we're not going to pay you for your farm? Now, how would you like to build this farm up for so many years? And here comes somebody with a piece of paper that says, I'm the government, I'm just going to take your house. So I go to your house that you just built and I'm taking it because we don't like you. We just don't like the skin color. We're going to take this. Now you got to realize the bank lent that money for that farm. And now that bank has got money that he's losing. And your economy is going to go like this, already 15 and something, or close to 16. It's going to be 20 by the end of the year. And then by the end of next year, by 30 rand to the dollar. And you're all going to suffer. Not one person in the ANC was arrested for corruption, and they're all corrupt. They took bribes. Ramaphosa never booked one of them, not one. The EFF inside the parliament, running around in their red suits, screaming, threatening people, jumping up, arguing, and you want this guy to run your country. Think about this. And Dile says now he's going to be a terrorist and he's going to have an army to go. And then you have other people that are saying, okay, instead of attacking your brother from another nation, just go kill the white people. It's the white people's fault. What have they done? Most of them just want to be left in peace so they can go to school. And listen, most of the people there just want to work, get a nice house, get a nice car, and live in peace and have barbecue and drink beer just like you. Right? Why not? My question to you is, do you want a leader that's going to build a road? He's going to build clinics in your town. He's going to make sure your schools are built, that they have proper education, electricity, gas, nice playing fields. You can play soccer, rugby, cricket, and become a safe nation. People want to come. They want to know your culture. Not like this. Not like this. So you went and you blocked off the CBD in Johannesburg and Pretoria and Alexandra and all these other places in Durban, and you burnt things and you stole things. And tomorrow, what do you have? Why? I saw Mangosuthu Buthelezi trying to talk to the people to calm them down. The problem is, you have one person that's telling other people, no, 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 don't worry about this, my daughter here, this Katla is stupid, right? But instead of respecting the fact that this guy had history to help you get rid of apartheid, he fought the battle with you. You have a lot of Tutsis in the government right now, lots of Tutsis. Why? Because they promised you all this stuff and you didn't get anything. Come on, guys, this is not about my race or my color. This is about the right leaders. Believe me, there's black guys out there that are highly educated, who have the idea of what to do. They understand that communism doesn't work, socialism doesn't work. Free is free, only for a while, till there's no more money. And right now, there's no more money. Now they're taking the Goko's pensions to pay again for something that shouldn't be like this. Because when that money is gone, you've got nothing. And then you ask the government, say to them, do you have properties outside of South Africa? And I will tell you, every single one of them do. They have properties in America, Dubai, everywhere, even Zuma. Billions that they stole from you. How do you go to how do you go into parliament for, I don't know how much money they pay you, like maybe 100,000 rand a year. and you'll end up being a millionaire, billionaire. How? Without stealing. Explain. Every single municipality in South Africa is corrupt, almost destitute, no money. Come on, guys. This is not about white people. This is about leaders. It don't matter what color you are. If you're the wrong leader, you're a mess. Look at the guy we voted out, Botha, whatever his name is, P.W. Botha. Sold lies to us, made us go to the army, lied for 10 years while we went to fight the communist threat. In the meantime, he was talking to Mandela there in the jail, trying to make a deal so that they wouldn't go to jail for all the stuff that they were doing and they didn't tell us. Now, apartheid. You all blame apartheid. Listen, apartheid was in 1948 till 1994, actually 1990, I think 92. Anyway, the fact is, apartheid was forced on the Afrikaners by the British. They started it. They have a class system. You know, the monkeys, the chimpanzees, and the baboons, and then the British. You understand what I'm saying? And it's all about money. It's about controlling all the minerals. Who do you think owns South Africa? Anglo-De Beers, Anglo-American De Beers, all these people, Oppenheimers, all of them, Ruperts. They all own the money, not the government. They're controlled by the British. Now the situation is getting worse because they want something else now. So to divert everything away, here comes Malema, promising the people again, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. Listen, 25 years, you don't have new hospitals, you don't have new clinics, you don't have new roads, you don't have nothing. Nothing. Don't follow a fool. Don't follow a fool. Follow the correct leaders. People that will provide and are not corrupt. And where are all the church leaders? You cowards, you sit there and you go, Allah, Allah. Where are you? You're not standing in the street with your cross telling the people not to kill people. You're hiding in your churches. And then you go, please give me money. And you throw it up in the air and you say, ah, bless this money. Please let me take this. Please, Lord, thank you. I buy a new Mercedes. But you are not in the streets stopping these people. Where's Desmond Tutu now? Where are the church leaders that are supposed to be out there stopping these people? There's nobody. Zwelithini, he's trying to tell you, guys, stop, stop, stop. Don't do this. I'm telling you, don't do this. Buthelezi is telling you, don't do this. But your biggest problem is the leaders in South Africa that are lying to you, who are stealing your money, not doing things. The chief of police, what a joke. A lot of your policemen can't even shoot guns properly. They're overweight. They're corrupt. How many traffic stops do you go to? You have to put the mali out the window. Okay, my daughter, thank you, and off you go. How do you live like that? And how do you live in a cage every day? Bars everywhere, dogs, electric fences, and the people in the township have to go through the subways while the tsotsis are taking your money. Why? You don't need to live like this because you don't have the right leaders. Look at Dubai. I'm not telling you lies. I've been there many times. Look at Dubai. Because of one leader's visions, the place is beautiful. People don't really have to work because they had a good leader. Throughout Africa, without fail. And there's a professor, trying to think his name now, famous guy from Kenya. He says corruption is a human rights violation because a human rights violation is when a leader steals from his people and denies them prosperous things. You want to farm? Take a white guy and start a co-op farming plan. He knows how to farm. He'll teach you. Don't kill him. You're not learning nothing. He knows how to farm. He'll teach you. That's what he wants to do. And you can all grow up rich. And your children can learn to farm. And their children can learn to farm. And so on and so on. And then you become the bread basket of Africa. You're the ones that are feeding the whole of Africa. You are the king. Because food is everything for everybody. You have an opportunity now to be the richest country in the world if you just stop what you're doing and look around at who is manipulating you. Because none of you are monkeys. None of you. They want you to think that way. They want you to think they're playing in your head. They want you, they get you going and they say, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. And they stand back. And then at the end of the day, everything's burnt, everything's gone. You have nothing, nothing left. All your children need to go to trade schools, nursing, hospitals to learn, become doctors, right? Or become accountants, get a skill, not to be a tsotsi. Become mechanics, electricians, plumbers, builders, builders. If you build it, they will come. Wouldn't you like a bucky that you can just go down the road and you guys can do paving or fencing or electricity or plumbing, and you can offer your services to people as an honest person and make money, send your kids to good schools instead of smoking dacha and worrying about stealing the next money for the next thing of dacha or the next beer or the bit of big nyama that you're going to have today, because never mind tomorrow. But when you see that rich guy driving past, you get jealous. Because when you've been drinking, oh, look, he's got a Mercedes. I don't like that guy. I think I'm just going to go kill him because he's got more than I have. But he worked. He went to school. He worked his ass off to get that. Just think about what I'm saying. You stop killing your brothers. Stop killing your countrymen. Stop killing white people, Indians, coloreds, and black people. Stop. 56 to 58 people a day. Please, please, I'm begging you. For the next 2 weeks, just stop killing. And stop raping your woman and leave the children alone. And taxi drivers, stay in a straight line. Stop doing this. And stop fighting over who's got more taxis than the other guy. Because you're not gaining anything. You're hurting yourself. You're all hurting yourself. Now, you have Boko Haram wants to come there and kill you. You have Nigerians hating you, Zimbabweans hating you. All these people hate you now. You're proving to the world that this place is not safe. Why would you invest money? You're going to land up like Zimbabwe. Please listen to me. Please, my daughter. Please. Asamben. Asamben to peace. Nothing else. Be peaceful people like Mandela asked you to do as a rainbow nation. Go to peace. When that evil thing Zuma came in there, their whole thing went to hell because he's just a Tutsi. So all the plans, all the good work that Mandela did, gone. And now you have people like Malema, who's just a talk. He's a scabanga. He's getting controlled by Britain, by the British royal family. And they feed him money so they can think all the monkeys they can control all the monkeys because we're all monkeys, white, black, Indian, colored, everywhere, all of us, right? I'm not stupid. We know where they get. Absa Bank. Think about it. That's where the money's come from. And the Lord so and so and the Lord so and so. And why is Malema going there all the time? Listen, it's don't even believe anything. Stop believing nonsense. Actions speak louder than words. Actions, nothing else. So you vote for somebody who's not going to do nothing for you. Now he's talking about, oh, he's praising Robert Mugabe. Go talk to the Zimbabweans. Go talk to the Zimbabweans. Ask them what Robert Mugabe did to his people. Don't believe this stuff. And to the American government, I'm absolutely appalled that you praised him. The man was a mass murderer. Even the Zimbabweans will tell you that he stood there while they killed people. Don't believe this. This is where you're going right now. You believe leaders that lie to you, that don't have substance, they don't have vision. And I'm telling you, I see your future. If you don't listen to me, I see your future. I predicted this violence 2 years ago. I said it's coming. Untold misery. Because they lied to you again and they got all the people wound up. And instead of looking at what's really going on, the real leaders saying, hey, wait, and the teachers and the politicians, you're all scared of each other. You're scared to get killed. I understand. But it takes a few brave men and women to say no, no more. Stop lying to the people. If you open the borders to South Africa, like Malema wants, your whole place will be inundated with people from all over the world, and you won't have jobs. And then you will fight again and fight again. And when you go into the northern areas, they will kill you because of what's happening today. For the next 2 weeks, please go home, fix your house, look at your families, look at your wife and your children, and think somebody could come here and kill my children too. That could be your father, that the guy sitting on his back digging his eyes out that we saw today on the video. Or that poor man getting his head beaten in and his family in another country watching him getting beaten to death. If you don't like that guy, take him to the police. Say he's a Tutsi. Don't kill him. And if you honestly believe that these guys are bad guys, round them up, tie them up, and take them to the border and throw them out and send them home. It's better than killing. And you all know who the Tutsis are. You all know who's selling drugs. You know who's selling the prostitutions. You know. And so do the police. And stop killing each other. White, black, pink, and yellow. Stop. You're all South Africans. And stop this racism. They're playing you. They're dividing you deliberately. And while you all fighting over the chicken, you know that Zulu story where the two boys are fighting, stick fighting, while they're trying to cook the chicken, and they're fighting over the chicken, and the dog comes and steals the chicken. Remember that story, because that's what's happening. And you're all fighting each other and not realizing what's actually happening. Ambagatle, I'm out of here. Think about what I said. 2 weeks, no killing, no raping, no stealing, no nothing. Please, please. And then we ask all the other nations for peace too, to stop this mess. And then real leaders, come together and change this mess and get rid of these Tutsis. I'm out of here. Take care.